Good morning. Well, I'm up in the chair. Quite a bit of pain, but I want to try to see. Today was the first day of the trial, and I just want to try to see what the jurors thought of their opening remarks. Now, of course, Trump's lawyers is saying, oh, don't pay any attention to anything Stormy Daniels says, and they're trying to go into stuff that the judge was already saying is off limits. And so we'll see. So we'll start with the prosecution. What they thought of the prosecution's opening statements. Okay. Hopefully I've got enough room here to do this. So at the center of it, anger. Anger. That's interesting. Anger with the prosecution's statements. Above it, with what's trying to be gotten away with. And underneath of it, when it comes to Trump. Okay? So they're angry with what Trump tried to get away with. So let's see what we have going into it. Growth. So it looks like, seeing how this case is going to grow when it comes to what's being put in. Yeah, the long-term message about the happenings, and kind of slow walking things, so they're going to take it in slowly as this proceeds for the long term to see what happens with it. And finally, the shell, how Trump tried to insulate himself. Okay. You get the cards here. Okay. And above it, what was being blocked. And I think that's what was not getting out. And yeah, so the people are looking at what was not being reported, what was not getting out. Okay. So let me shuffle these and we'll see what it says about what they thought of the defenses, Trump's lawyers. They were being kind of smarmy, well, Cohen's a criminal. Well, yeah, he's a criminal because he was doing what Trump wanted. And I'm sure that the prosecution is going to bring in that when they were talking about defendant one that was not charged was Trump. Okay? So yeah, Michael Cohen went to jail. And the defense is trying to say, oh, Michael Cohen's nose is out of joint because he didn't get a job in the White House. So they're putting out lies and spins and, trying to put out the story that Trump wants them to put out is what they're doing. Okay, let's shuffle the other ones. Sorry, I'm slow, but I'm in a lot of pain at the moment. This morning I got up and I was so lightheaded and woozy and feeling, hungry, starting to feel hungry and woozy and lightheaded because I haven't eaten for so many days. Hold on, I need a ice chip here real quick so I can talk. Okay, let's see what's in the center of it. Solitude. Okay. Let's see what's above it and below it so I can figure that out. Is it that they're just listening, or we'll see. Yeah. No, they're sitting with his lone delusional stuff he's putting out there. So it looks like they're not impressed with what he's putting out there about the path, So yeah, looks like they're not impressed with him sitting there isolated and the nonsense that they're putting out there. It doesn't look like they're believing his lawyer's justifications going into it. Yeah, they see that he's planting this seed, trying to railroad it. Yeah, which is what Trump always does. He tries to plant the seed of this bogus storyline of protection, trying to protect himself by putting out some bogus things. So it doesn't look like they're real impressed with the defense's opening storyline. But let's look at the last card, walls. Yeah, they're looking at the parameters of this. I mean, the prosecution already had to object to what Trump's lawyers were saying. They already had to go in the back room and talk to the judge. Yeah, they're looking at his toxicity and what they're trying to put out, and that already they had to object to what they were saying and had to go back and talk to the judge because of the arguments they're making. So, day one, hold on a minute. Okay. Day one, they see this path forward for the defense that they're trying to argue, his protection, his defense, and his drama. But above it, they see, it's all spin, lies by Trump, in his dark drama. They're not buying it for a second. They've got the solitude. They're sitting there. He's by himself with this. They see the seeds he's planted and the walls they put up with the, because they had to put the gag orders and this and that with him attacking the judges, the defense, everybody out there. And that's just not done by people going into the thing. So they've noted all of that, and they're not buying a thing he's saying. Okay. So day one looks like the prosecution has given more believable things than the defense. So I'm going to leave that here. Sorry I don't get to put up the thing, but my computer is the other side of the room. So, but I did want to pull the cards on this. You know, it was just too juicy of a thing to want to look at and see what was happening. Now, I think when they come in, they're going to release the jury because it's Jewish holiday, Passover. Is it Passover that they're having? So I think he'll release them, and they'll do the first witness tomorrow. Okay, so on that note, I'll leave that here.